Why believe in something that's made up? Why have this thing called faith? What's the point of that? You can survive just fine without it. You don't need it. Why believe in it? But I remember the day that I sent the email to my mother and my brothers, and I just remember telling them I'm an atheist. The furthest back I can remember not liking church at all. I remember mostly with my mother and father before they were divorced. We would sometimes go. I just always felt uncomfortable. As I got older, it got worse even. I started asking really tough questions of religion in general. The hardest thing for me was I always demanded proof. Is there evidence? And I used to think of all the religions throughout history and how people have always made up religions. Why is this one right? Why is this one true? Why is this the one? I remember the day that I sent the email to my mother and my brothers, and I just remember telling them I'm an atheist. I realize I'm an atheist, and here's why. And I listed out some reasons. They were just kind of like, look, you can still be a thinker, a quote-unquote thinker, and research things and look for facts and look through history, and you can still be a Christian, is what they told me. I didn't agree with them on that. Why have this thing called faith? What's the point of that? You can have faith in anything. You can have faith in the magical space chicken up in the sky that made everything. I've had some friends, one of them that I used to work with, her name's Lori. We would have conversations, nice conversations, because at this point I realized how rude I kind of can be in that regard. But she told me about Kensington, and I've also read articles about how children can benefit greatly from Christianity. And I knew there were some good lessons, like the Ten Commandments are good, I think. I thought maybe I should expose them to Christianity, like some of these things I've read and talking with people like Lori.
We had a car situation where one morning a car was getting repaired, so we only were down to one vehicle. He took an Uber ride with Joe, and it said that Joe was a good conversationalist.
And he happens to go to Kensington, Orion, sorry. He happens to go to Kensington, Orion. I just told him that I'm an atheist, but I've been reading a lot about how healthy it is for children to be exposed to Christianity, and my wife's a Christian and wants to go. And he wasn't telling me to go or not to go necessarily. He said, you know, you should give it a try. You know, after the ride, it was about an hour ride, so we had some really good discussions. And he said, you know, good luck on your journey. And that's kind of where it started. I was determined to hate it no matter what happens, like every other time I've been to church. And I thought, well, let's give it a shot. I can suffer for an hour. The music started playing, and I started feeling, I mean, it really hit me. This music was just awesome. You know, I looked over at my wife, and she's crying, and I started tearing up, and I don't know why. So I started fighting it. I started thinking, you know, a million thoughts in my head. Here I am, an atheist at church, expecting to hate it and to mock it in my own head. And here I am tearing up at the music and being filled with this amazing feeling. And I'm thinking to myself, this isn't me. What's going on? This is not me. Part of me wanted to just run out and leave, but part of me couldn't move, really. And it feels silly saying this because not too long ago, I would totally be making fun of me right now. When the sermon started, the topic was about work. I was having a hard time at work at the time, and it really helped me and lifted me up. And then, of course, that darn music played again at the end. I finally let go and just let that good feeling take over. I felt like he shook me and said, you've been kind of stupid. I know God wouldn't say stupid, but gently shaking me and saying, I'm here. It's amazing how one day like that can change you. And it was probably, besides my kids being born, the best day I've ever had. The conversation with Lori, as well as the Uber ride with Joe, I think it was connected in some way. I see that now. God had a hand in a lot of things that before I didn't understand, I didn't notice, I didn't see. I know the words born again are used by a lot of Christians, and I never understood that until what happened to me happened to me. I feel like I've got a new life now. I'm not like I used to be, and I just all of a sudden changed. It's crazy. I mean, in a good way. It's a miracle. It's miraculous. It really is.
I just feel like we're a little more grounded as a couple than we were before. Definitely with David's heart being more open, it's really improved a lot for us. I really, truly didn't think this would happen. I didn't think that David would change his mind from being an atheist.
The journey I'm on now is learning as much as I can because, I'm a fact-based person. I want to know the facts. I want evidence. I want that sort of thing, and I'm finding it now. And now that I've got faith, it's like all these doors open that were closed before that I didn't even know were there. To anyone out there that has any fear or doubts, and that maybe this is your first service, all I can tell you is to have an open mind and an open heart. Try not to fight it. Try to take it all in if you can. And it might be difficult, but I would definitely say, hang on for the ride because it's a great one.